Hi there, everybody. Welcome to my channel first. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're not new. I am trying to organize my crafting things, and I'm switching around where I keep it all, and I'm trying to make the dining room again and not the dumping ground for everything that we do paperwork-wise, my crafting, his computer work, that kind of thing. And I got an Easter card in the mail. And this is a handmade card by Life with Patty. And I wanted to say thank you so much. She did a cute job with this. Yeah, I think I can just say. It says, "Hi Kendra, just wanting to wish you and your family a very blessed Easter, and I'm sure you will be cooking lots of yummy food. Love, Patty. Life with Patty." And then she's got a stamp, and I said to my husband, "How can I get a stamp?" He's, "Tell me what you want it to say, and I'll order one." So thank you, Patty. I do appreciate that. I also, at the same time, got a coloring book. I don't know who it's from. There's no, not from Patty, obviously. It was different. It came from Amazon, and it just, no gift card, no from card. It's just like Amazon sent it to me, maybe. I'm not sure. I know I was involved in a color book swap, but I haven't got much feedback on that, but maybe that's what it was from. But also my cousin, who lives in Virginia, said she was sending me a book, and maybe it was that. I need to ask her first and find out. But anyway, I'll show you my coloring book when I do coloring, which is Monday. And right now it's Sunday, and I have a grocery haul to show you. So let's go with that. Hey everybody, I'm back, and my husband brought home a grocery pickup at Walmart here in Port Orchard, Washington. And it took a long time. First of all, it's Sunday night, and people are probably in a fit trying to make sure that they have lunch meat for their kids' lunches tomorrow at school and for breakfast or milk or whatever, So it was slammed. There wasn't a parking spot available. And they kept, texting, "Pick up your stuff, pick up your stuff. You got 30 more minutes, pick up your stuff." Well, he had to find a place, and then he couldn't find an employee to pick up the phone to say he was there. Because when you go, you park, and you call the number on the sign, if you've never done this, and you say, "Hey, I'm here, my name is, my parking spot number is," and they bring out your stuff. So finally he wrote down his name and his phone number on a piece of paper, and he handed it to a guy who was heading back. And so that's how he finally got the groceries. And everything was soaked. Plus he had to go to another store because Walmart was out of cottage cheese, milk, there was one other real basic thing that they were out. It might have been eggs. Are these Walmart eggs? Nope, it wasn't eggs. So anyway, he went to Grocery Outlet for, I don't remember what, a few things, and he got it there. So let me start with some cold stuff so I can finally get it in the fridge. I got 18 beautiful unbroken eggs. Thank you. And I got 2 of the cream cheese. You're going to see in my grocery hauls, I have lowered my standards. I am getting the lesser value, not lesser value because you don't know that. Sometimes it's the exact same thing in a different label, but the lesser cost. So this isn't Philadelphia. It's great value, and we'll work with it. And I got a 2-pack. I got cottage cheese. Oh, they didn't have cottage cheese either. That was what it was. So he got that at Grocery Outlet too. And did I already say cottage cheese? I can't remember. There's the whole milk. Oh, he went in and got that, and they had it in a different container. That was their deal with the milk. I got 2 of these cinnamon rolls. I don't buy these very often because I feel like they're just kind of meh, okay. Then I'm going to try and doll them up some. So I got 2 of these. And what else is cold here? Nothing. That's it for cold. Okay, I'm going to put these. No, hold on. Okay, so I got a container of coleslaw because I have leftover hamburger buns. I got some more of the Lloyd's beef barbecue. My guys love this stuff, so this is what they're having for dinner because it's already 5:45 and I've done nothing about dinner. Cool Whip is for a dessert. And now I'll put the cold stuff away and show you the rest. All right, here's some pantry things. I've got 2 of these. You know, I have never done Swedish meatballs that I can remember anyway. And I bought a package of the meatballs that have been, they're just called Swedish meatballs, but I don't think there's the sauce in there, just the meatballs. So I've got the right pasta here, and I wanted some sort of sauce. I didn't want to do it by myself, so here we go. I got 2 of them. I think the guys will like this. It's a nice, you know, it's supposed to rain like it is right now for days. So that'll be a nice meal. And then I got 2 macaroni and cheese, just like this. So somebody said that the macaroni, I want to say Mimi said that you can, but I don't want to say if she didn't, and then, you know, that might be something she would never do. Okay, anyway, someone said that you can take the sauce packets out of these, which I like the Kraft macaroni and cheese sauce packets, and I know homemade is 100 times better, but when I make homemade, it's more of a detailed process. It is just slower. Anyway, get rid of the pasta some other way, soup, whatever. Take those powdered pasta in here and use your regular macaroni pasta. And it's supposedly all that, like it used to be. There's a whole lot of difference between Kraft macaroni and cheese in 2025 and Kraft macaroni and cheese in 1975. You know what I mean? Or whenever it is that you were a kid, you know, and remember eating it. Okay, and then I got some Rice Krispies, and I don't know why I did, because I got a great big bag of the, what brand is that? It starts with an M. I can't think of it, but it comes in bags, and it's every bit as good. So now I have plenty. And I decided to try this kind of baking powder. Not that my other wasn't working, but I thought, what the hey? Double acting baking powder. Now I have another backup. You know how I said I was doing things with less money, okay? Trying to get more bang from my buck. I got the great value here. Onion powder, ground cinnamon, and blackety black pepper. And so I was totally out of pepper. I had, maybe this much to here of the onion. I was really, you know, milking it, trying to keep it going, but it was time to get new. Okay. And then, as is my practice, I like to get these for the guys. They like it. And then I always get a booger. There it is. There it is. How do you not know you dropped that? I don't know. So anyway, 6, but 5 really, because I'm not going to feed that to them. It's too bad. These cans are made out of real thin aluminum, and there's no way I'm going to open that and feed it to them. So it's going. So we got 5 cans instead of 6. Then I got 2 of the Great Value cream of chicken. I use that mostly as a base, you know, like in dishes. Okay, so, you know, the condensed cream of chicken soup, I use it as a base for a lot of different things, and it's less than the Campbell's brand. They didn't have it in this. It had to be Campbell's or none, and I really don't use this for much. I really don't care for it, but I like to keep it in case I've got a recipe that calls for it and I can't go without. All right, and then I got 3. I got 3 of these. Just mandarin oranges. I used to be able to find it packed in water. Now your choice is syrup or artificially sweetened. I wish that they would sell this in just water like they used to. Or its own juice, actually, is I think what it was, its own juice. What is the deal? Why are they making us choose between 2 evils here? Artificial sweetened or heavy syrup with high fructose corn syrup? What'll it be? I don't know. So, we'll live. And then there's crushed pineapple. This is 100%, thank goodness, juice, no sugar added. But see, you got to be careful, because I used to think if it said no sugar added, that meant in its own juice. And it doesn't always. Sometimes it does mean they use artificial sweetener. Did I tell you about the Jell-O? I got an orange Jell-O. All right. And then this is for the pantry. We're moving on to snacks, apparently. This is, you know, microwave popcorn. And Call the Midwife is on tonight. I'm so excited. I missed the season premiere last week. I fell asleep. Sometimes I just sleep and sleep. Anyway, mini pretzel twists. These are a favorite of the guys here. I like them if they're dipped in chocolate. I got some mini marshmallows. Kind of goes with this, you know. And then come around the corner here and we have guys that take lunch, so they put in things like this, and they also snack on it. Bugles, family size originals, put them on the ends of your fingers. You can't anymore. They're shaped different than they were when I was a kid. They used to, well, my fingers were little, but these really are hardly at all open. They're kind of pinched closed a little bit. And then these are good, even though they're a great value brand. During the pandemic, I realized that I liked these better than the Ruffles, Ripple chips or whatever that wavy. Okay, and then there's some Seattle waterfront sourdough. We all like that. This is a treat, jelly beans. And then we've got, for a recipe, pound cake, Sara Lee. I almost got the Walmart brand, but since it's for a dessert, for a special recipe, I thought, I don't want to chance it. What if it's really not good? And then I think, well, I'd save $2 if it was, you know, the same. Anywho, on to the next things. So here are fruits and vegetables. We've got 2 pounds of strawberries. I've never heard of this brand, Smiley's Happy Tearless Sweet Onions. That ought to be good. And then some 3 sweet potatoes. Now, you can tell this was packed by either someone who doesn't cook or someone who doesn't know that sweet potato that's in the front there is going to take twice as long as that sweet potato back there. What I might do is cut them up. I don't know. And then 3 lemons, 5 bananas. They put these underneath the bags, which is their habit. All right, here we go. This is from being picked early from what I heard. So I've got 2 of them that are open. Irks me to no end. Okay, but I'm gonna be happy. What are these? I forgot. Miniolas. And I'm not familiar with them, but I'm gonna try them. Product of the USA. And then we've got the organic peels mandarins. And a bunch of asparagus, and I'm going to serve that with the Swedish meatballs. I think it'll be good like that. And then, is that it for fruits and vegetables? Yeah, except for what was canned. The miniolas are delicious. They're seedless, super sweet, and they come unpeeled like they were a mandarin or a cutie or whatever. Really good. My kids are going to go nuts over these. Okay, let's try that again. I thought I was filming. Here's what it ran down to. Pickup fee is always free. You only pay if it's a delivery, and that's, for me, a tip to whoever the company is that does it. Tax on the non-food, $4.61. Bag fee was $0 because we brought our own bags. We just keep reusable bags in the back of our car. We are finally getting to a point where we remember to use it. The total was $190 after a savings paper, and I don't know really what it was, maybe sales or something. I didn't use any of that money that builds up if you buy certain brands. I didn't use any of that, but a savings of $6.85. It must have been things on sale. So that's a lot for me not getting, you know, anything substantial really, I think. What else? Oh, I was going to say again, don't sleep on those miniolas. If you like the little zipper peels, cuties, whatever, you are going to love these. They taste like miniature satsumas to me. Do you know those ones that come from Japan? Really, really thick-skinned, sweet. That's what they taste like to me. Loved it. I bet you they're gone by tomorrow when the kids find them. The kids are adults. By the way, thank you for watching. Tomorrow I have a little thing to talk about. Look at all the dust. Anyway, I won't show you the dust anymore. Bye, everybody.